one day I came home from school and my mom said, "So what'd you do in school today?" I said, "We played a guessing game." She goes, "I thought you had a spelling test." I said, "Yep." I had the meanest sixth grade teacher in the world. That's actually true. So one day I go in and I go, "Mrs. Bucher, would you punish me for something I didn't do?" And she said, "Of course not, my little sweetie." I said, "Good, I didn't do my homework." All right, I can tell that I need to move on already. Dr. Burns started to squirm down there like, oh my God. All right. So tonight, we have a competition between the senior young men here at Northeastern. Hats off to them, seriously. There's no way I would have gotten on the stage and done anything in front of people when I was in high school. It takes a lot of courage to get up here, so I applaud them. It's hard, and then to get up here and as a senior in high school and kind of have fun with yourself is even harder yet. So hats off to them. We're going to get started with an opening number. This is getting me nervous here, but it says "Shake Your Body" is the name of the number. So without any further delay, our opening number. That alone was worth price of the admission. So English kind of stuff has always confused me. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then why can't we judge a book by its cover? Just curious, I know. I was warned by my wife. So back to sixth grade again. It was the best 2 years of my life, but at any rate, I went up and asked Mrs. Bucher if I could go to the bathroom. She said, "Only if you can say your ABCs first, my little sweetie." I said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. She goes, "Where's the P?" Then she said, "All right, children, the first one to answer this question can leave early for the day." I looked over at Susie Thompson, grabbed her books, and chucked them out the window. Susie Thompson goes, "Mrs. Bucher, Mark Lance threw my books out the window." She came over to me. "Mark Lance, did you throw Susie's books out the window?" I said, "Yes," grabbed my stuff and started walking out. "Where are you going, young man?" I said, "You told me the first person to answer the next question you ask gets to leave. I'm out of here." All right. You people are too kind. You're just clapping because you want me to stop. Okay, our next portion of the show tonight is, remember, there are many definitions for a word. This is the talent portion. We're obviously using an alternative definition tonight. All right, our first young man up tonight is Jordan Lemon, and he is going to do double knotting. Like I said, talent. You want me to tell more jokes now? I'm going to punish you. No, not yet. All right, our next young man, Jacob Chevront, and he's hitting volleyballs. Oh, there's some sort of message going on here. Change of plans. Some backstage messages here. All right, Jacob's doing something, but I'm not sure what. I'm not sure if he knows what he's doing, but it's going to be talent. That I guarantee you. teaching. I'm out in the hallway, monitoring the hallway like we're supposed to do. I walk in my classroom near the end of the hall passing, and two young men are in there arguing with one another. I said, well, guys, what are you fighting about? They found a $10 bill on the floor. And they decided that whoever could tell the biggest lie would get the $10 bill. I looked at them and said, when I was your age, I didn't even know what a lie was. They handed me the $10 bill. I win. All right, our next one is Drew Wilson. And he is going to do speed drawing. I know some of you are thinking with all this talent, you should probably have had to pay more. We're going to have an intermission later. We'll give you that chance. Next, doing comedy. Jason Cardone.
Don't all clap at once. Don't all clap at once, I promise. I'm only here for a little bit. How's everybody doing? How are you doing? Good. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. Judges, how are you doing? That's great. That's great. Now, a little bit about me. Obviously, I'm a senior here at Northeastern, and I think that I'm getting a little more responsible the older that I get. That wasn't a joke. But, you know, I do chores around my house. I do. You know, I do the laundry. So the other day, I came up from our room, and I walked into my kitchen, and I look at our sink, you know, one of the many places we put dishes. And what do I see? A big pile of dirty dishes. Now, for some of you moms out there, that raises red flags, okay? Now me, being the sensible individual that I am, I was like, somebody needs to do those dishes. And it was in that instant that a light shined in through the window just above the sink, right into my face, and I could hear angelic whispers in my ear. Jason, you must do the dishes. And I was like, you're right, I should. And you all know me, so you know what I did? Turned right around and did not do those dishes. That's all I have tonight, folks. Go give us some money. It's all for the kids. Minithon 2K17. I love the support.
No, I never had Jason in class, if you're wondering. If I did, his jokes would have been better. I'm supposed to teach science here, but sometimes, I don't know, I'm teaching jokes. So Mrs. Bucher, back to her in 6th grade again. Oh, I was sure she was a witch. All she ever wanted to do was teach us spelling. Witches, spells, never mind. I maybe shouldn't have used that one. I know some people would take that personal. I'm not going to mention any names, but I will look the right direction. I might not have been looking at you, Dr. Burns. Okay. There's 2 other potential candidates there. All right, next. Oh, our next person is Dalton Ream. He's going to sing for us.
Ran all of my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black and tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain, 'cause I got friends in. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really wanna zig a zig. If you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, better make it fast. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we could be just fine. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really, really want. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever, friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Take it is too easy, but that's the way it is. What you think about that? Now you know how I feel. Say you can handle my love. Are you for it? Are you for it? I won't be hasty. I'll give you a try. If you really bug me, then I'll say goodbye. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really, really want. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever, friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. So here's the story from A to Z. You wanna get with me, you gotta listen carefully. We got M in the place who likes it in your face. You got G like MC, you likes it on a easy B. Doesn't come for free, she's a real lady. Ask me, you'll say, slam your body down and wine is all around. Slam your body down and wine is all around. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever, friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta make it last forever.
Judges, I propose we have a gong show format next year. I know a couple of you remember that. Only of us more experienced people in the audience know what the gong show was. No? Brenda does. Thank you, Brenda. Teach those youngins down there. It could have saved a lot of misery there. So I'm getting up there in years, thinking about retirement. The thing that worries me the most is that when I retire, I'll have no more class. I know Dr. Burns is saying, you don't have it now. I know, thank you. Okay, next person up, who is, he's going to be a conch shell. Mr. Noah Hake.
All right, everyone. This one is a fan favorite, highly requested song from the good old days back in the 1800s. Sing along if you know the tune. I present to you hot cross buns on the conch shell. But first, I have to tune it.
I can definitely promise you, you never know what you're going to see here at Mr. NHS. I guess it will kind of be like the old country buffet when I show up there soon. You just never know what's going to be on there. Next, who's reading poetry, is Bakari Hinton.
Good evening, Northeastern. Yeah, before I start, I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody who can make it because you guys are the real MVP. So give yourself a round of applause. Right, also before I start, I also want to give a huge shout out to my mom. She's in the back somewhere. I see you, Mom, recording. Give her a round of applause, too. Because without her, I don't know where I would be right now. So without being very said, let's do it. So, morning routine. As soon as the moon go to sleep, the sun wakes up, I go to work. Do my daily morning routine. I wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face, take care of my body, eat breakfast, and go to school. I really do really good in school. Have a really strong bond with my teachers, staff, and principals. I walk around the hallway. Things are just really great. But as soon as I go deeper throughout the hallway, things got dark. No evil, but just emptiness, just loneliness, just people who just lost their confidence, people who are just isolated, those who are just quiet, really quiet, so quiet that they just don't understand, that they just do not want to share their struggles. Everybody have a hard struggle that we just cannot comprehend. People are just covering their own shadow, their own darkness, and they just don't want to let it out. They're just stuck in their own inside their shell, and they're just not really just letting the other people know what's going on. And only you, each and every one of you, have a little light, have a little fire, have a little candle that could just like obliterate the darkness from that one person. And not only just make them feel good, but also have pride, dignity, and just shower them with love, power, pride, respect, and make them feel a greater person, a better person. Because every person in life, regardless of where you come from, what race you are, what body type, what body height, regardless of what, everybody has a purpose. People just want to entertain people, help people, love people. And not only just that, but everybody needs to understand that we need to share not only just love and respect, but just brotherhood, love, and power. Thank you.
All right. We have one more talent act tonight. All right, I'll tell you another joke. I know you want to hear one. You're going to find this hard to believe, but when I was in high school, some people accused me of being like a square. Like not really the coolest person around. They would call me a square. It's because I liked geometry. I kept telling them, it's just in my area. Yeah. Back to Mrs. Bucher. Second day in class in 6th grade. This is the first time I went through it. She said to me, "You can't sleep in here." I said, "I know. If you'd stop talking and turn out the lights, I could." I don't wonder why she didn't like me. All right, our last talent show. He's catching footballs. It's Eli Alexander. That pause was free. So, judges, what are your thoughts so far?
It's not on. So
I think it's great. And I don't think I need a microphone.
No, you don't.
I think the guys are doing a fantastic job. But no need for like an encore or anything.
Are you sure? Do you want a little more of that opening dance? No. Made your heart patter too much, Brenda? Okay. No early leader?
Dalton certainly took the most time. I think the curtains were stuck.
Let's talk about that gong show format again. We need to give that some serious consideration. So, Brenda, do you have an early leader?
I think Dalton.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking. So back to 6th grade.
We'll keep talking. Hold on. Talk.
how about that tutu? That was great.
See, I knew we could get more out of them.
Oh, look, they're ready. Okay.
Yep, they're ready now. Here we go. Maybe not. So back to 6th grade again. Sounds like my educational history. So one day I grabbed Susie Thompson's watch and whipped it out the window. And Mrs. Bucher, again, "What are you doing, Marklets?" Trying to make time fly. All right. Next is our swimwear. Easy down there. This is a family show. Our first contestant, Jordan Lemon. Very hot. Next is Jacob Tarrant. Love the Water Wings. Next we have Drew Wilson. For those of you who don't know, Drew's one of the top swimmers in this area. That's his warm-up routine to intimidate his opponents, and it obviously works. Next we have Jason Cardone. I just don't know what to say. I got nothing. Next we have Dalton Ream. Love that donut. Next is Noah Haight. Next we have Bakari Hinton. And finally we have Eli Alexander. Okay. I'm looking for the judge's reaction to the swimwear portion of the contest. Are you speaking for the group? Brenda, did you like the swimwear? That's what I have. I sometimes don't know what to say either. Mrs. McLean? Continue. Now you'd rather hear my jokes, wouldn't you? Yeah. All right. So, our next portion is going to be the formal wear and question and answer, and the questions are picked randomly, but I know they need a little time to get changed into their formal wear. So, I'll tell you a little story about a famous scientist. I'm trying to think of his name. Pavlov. Does that ring a bell with anyone? Never mind. So, one of my English teachers in high school told me we needed to write a poem for homework and put it in verses. So I wrote this poem, and I wrote all the words backwards, which confused her. I thought she wanted it in verse. Yeah. She asked me what a subordinate clause was. I told her Santa's helpers. Yeah, it is cute. I asked her what the difference was between a cat and a comma. She looked at me weird. I get that a lot from English teachers. I said, well, the cat, it has claws at the end of its paws, and a comma has a pause at the end of the claws. She wasn't impressed either. Are we ready? Not one more joke about 6th grade? Okay, here we go. Okay, our first contestant is Jordan Lemon. Now I have to read his bio here. I'm getting old, it's hard to see because it's small. Jordan is the son of Ron and Dawn Lemon. Jordan plans to attend Penn State and study political science. His extracurricular activities include volleyball, VP of National Spanish Honor Society, Student Senate, National Honor Society, National Social Studies Honor Society, and Varsity Club. An interesting fact about Jordan is that he was named after the great GOAT, Michael Jordan. Time for Jordan's question. And this is picked randomly. Pick a winner. That one looks good. And the question reads, if you won the Mega Millions, what would you do first with your winnings?
Well, let me tell you what I'd do with my winnings. First, I would take a trip down to the SPCA and make sure there's no dogs left in that shelter afterwards. After I adopted all 600 dogs, I'd make sure to take the time and the energy to train them as therapy dogs and take them around to hospitals where people really need them.
I think he knows at least one of the judges is a dog person. Next is Jacob Chevrant, the son of Scott and Tara Chevrant. He plans to attend Temple University to major in finance and play volleyball. His extracurricular activities include volleyball in many variations, and his hobbies include playing doubles with the Wolf Pack. An interesting fact about him is that he spends all of his time playing volleyball. Okay, you get to pick a question randomly. Pick a winner. I like that tie. Thanks. And the question reads, if you were granted one wish, what would you wish for and why?
I would end world hunger. Because why not?
All right. Next we have Drew Wilson. He is the son of Matt and Teresa Wilson. His plans after high school are to go to Ohio State and study zoology and swim on the swim team. His extracurricular activities include 4 years of both swimming and volleyball. Drew's hobbies include watching movies, playing doubles volleyball, and hanging out with friends. Cute date you had there. Thanks. Pick a question and pick a winner. Say that to everybody. And Drew's question reads, if you could solve one problem in the world, what would it be and why?
I mean, if you don't know, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is getting dropped from Netflix, so I would put it back on Netflix.
He has my vote. Of course, I don't vote, but Okay, next is Jason Cardone. He is the son of Kelly Hoda. His plans after high school are to go to school for environmental engineering and become an engineer. His extracurricular activities include tennis and diving. Jason's hobbies include ceramics. And an interesting fact about him is that he's a 4.0 GPA. Okay, you need to pick a winner. They're all winners. I get to read it. You get to answer it.
Should I hold the mic?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Okay, his question reads, who is the most influential person in your life and why?
My mother, because she does so much for me, and I love her so much, because if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be up on this stage right now doing what I'm doing, because she sacrificed so much for me, and I appreciate it so much. I love you too, Mom.
Don't forget that she probably also did those dishes. Good job, Mom. Even better job, Mom. Girls, he'll make a good husband someday. Okay, next. Dalton Ream. He is the son of Tom and Leanne Ream. His plans after high school are to go to Penn State and major in computer science. His extracurricular activities include football, baseball, and powder puff cheerleading. Dalton's hobbies include hunting and playing Uno. An interesting fact about him is that he cannot touch his toes. Okay, Dalton, time for your special question. Pick a winner. I'll read it and you answer it. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
If I could have one superpower, the ultimate flexibility.
All right. Okay, next is Noah Hake. He is the son of Jeff and Michelle Hake. He plans to attend Hawaii Pacific University to study biology and eventually become a psychiatrist. Noah's extracurricular activities include student senate, cross country, track, and swimming. His hobbies include running, swimming, and petting his dog. These are only the hard questions left. Pick one of them. Oh, this one's too easy. Let me get you a different one. No, just kidding. Who is your favorite high school teacher and why? Ooh, be careful.
Take the mic.
Yes, sir.
All right. My favorite high school teacher? Mr. Caller. Obvious reasons, but most importantly, he's a man of knowledge. And I have learned so much in that class. For example, Mr. Lance, do you know what a function is?
I was busy studying spelling.
All right. Well, I don't know what a function is either, but I know how to cheat off the person next to me now.
Sounds
knowledge.
Perfect. Okay. Next we have Bakari Hinton. He is the son of Kamika Hinton. He plans to finish high school and attempt college to major in graphic design or fine arts. Bakari's extracurricular activities include wrestling, track and field, and he is considering baseball. As an interesting fact about him is that he has a little brother named Kabari who he really cares about. All right, Bakari, there's only 2 questions left in here. and they're both hard. Oh, that's a good one.
Survey says.
Yeah, you got the easier one of the two. Here we go. If you could attend any college or university in the world, where would you go and why?
Honestly, this is a tough one. Like, I came up with like 5 different decisions. So honestly, I would honestly go to probably Thaddeus Stevens because I really want to major in graphic design. Plus, I'm really into art.
Okay, and our final contestant in this portion of the contest tonight is Eli Alexander. He is the son of Tony Alexander and Shelley Murray. His plans for the future include attending a 4-year college and walk on as a football player. His extracurricular activities are National Art Honor Society, tennis, homecoming court, football, powder puff, cheerleading, and wrestling. An interesting fact about Eli is that he is the best sandwich stuffer in York, PA. All right, Eli. You have your pick of one. Hold on, we need to study this and figure out which one he's going to take. I don't know. Oh, man. This was the hard one. You're going to need this mic, man. What are your plans after graduation?
Many of you know, I work at Subway. My plans after graduation, taking over that place. It's gonna be mine.
That's what I love, a little entrepreneurial spirit here. Okay, we have an announcement before intermission, so don't rush out there yet and donate and buy. I think there's donuts out there. I know, donuts. Here you go.
Okay. Hey guys, so student senators are passing around ballots right now, and they're passing around pens. So vote for your favorite boy, and outside in the lobby during intermission, just hand them out to the people collecting them. Okay, thank you.
How are the judges doing down there? Is this trending on Twitter? Okay. Just a reminder, there are still some donuts in the lobby. Yes, donuts.
Am I not allowed to do it right in? I'm just being difficult. Gosh. Honestly, they were all really good. I had no class.
I guess that's one positive.
Hello.
Okay, that's okay.
Hello, 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 hello. 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 Hello.
Hayden, look at this. Hayden, look.
Hayden.
Hayden, you got audio coming through over there. You got audio coming through over here. And I'm talking into the fucking mic.
Start talking.
Hayden.
Is that patch?
Yes, I patched it.
Okay, if we could return to our seats.
Second runner-up, first runner-up, Mr. NHS.
Okay.
They can just walk forward, and then these guys will present them with gifts.
Okay.
You guys ready? And I'm gonna be oh yeah, and remember, each is gonna make a speech before we announce.
Mr. NHS, okay.
I'm gonna be.
Okay, we're going to get things going here again. So one day in 6th grade, Mrs. Bucher said to me, Mark Lance, name 2 pronouns. Of course, I wasn't paying attention. Startled, I go, who, me? All right. My favorite student, yeah, I got paid off for that too, has an announcement here for all of us. There you go.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Isha Patel, a member of Student Senate and the chairperson of Hospitality for Northeastern's 2018 Minithon. Thank you all for coming out here tonight, either to support the boys, support our Minithon, or just to have a good laugh. As a part of their campaign for Mr. NHS, the boys had to collect money to help them win the title of Mr. NHS. This event alone has raised $1,230.83, all going towards our goal of this year's Minithon. So our goal for Minithon this year is $60,000. So please help us raise that amount to $1,300 by donating in the lobby to Senators with the Canning Buckets. Four Diamonds is a charitable organization that helps kids and young adults fight pediatric cancer with the Four Diamonds: honesty, wisdom, strength, and courage. All of the money we raise will be going to this great organization. The money goes to treatments, housing, and research. The families never see a medical bill because of the Four Diamonds and their fight to conquer childhood cancer. Everything this organization does is for the kids. All the children diagnosed with cancer deserve the right to fight. According to Four Diamonds' motto, together we'll end childhood cancer. Thank you, and FTK.
Okay, one last time, I'm going to introduce all the contestants, and we can cheer for all of them. Jordan Lemon. Jacob Chevrant. Drew Wilson. Jason the Mayor Cardone. Dalton Ream. Noah Hake. Bakari Blue Hinton. And Eli Alexander. I have the results. This is why I'm stalling. Some words of advice. Hey, don't date apostrophes. They're way too possessive. I do have a couple hours worth of jokes in case you're wondering. No. Bakari, you're now passing field biology. Right comment. All right. So, the results. Hey, do you want to hear another sixth grade joke? Okay. Second runner-up, Jordan Lemon. The first runner-up, Dalton Ream. Hello? So I have a student teacher this year. On first day, he asked me for advice. I told him to avoid cliches like the plague. Never mind. Mr. NHS is Noah Hake. Yeah, you need to wear that all day tomorrow. Okay. Hey, I would like to thank everyone for coming out. Seriously, it's a great cause. I look forward to doing this every year because of the great cause. Also, one final round of applause for every single contestant. Takes a lot of courage to do what they did, so, and we appreciate it, and I'm sure the kids with cancer will also, and the Four Diamonds Fund. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out. Do you want to hear one more joke about sixth grade? I can save it. I can see someone in the front rows like dying up here because she's heard a gazillion of my jokes. Hey, thank you very much. Drive safely and have a great evening.